Welcome to 70 times 7. I wanted to take the time out again to say thank you for being here. I want to sincerely impress upon you the fact that I sincerely believe that this is the best place for you to be at, and that the people that we have working here have a sincere and vested interest in helping you to get from point A to point B and hopefully to point C. And D can be wherever you want it to be as it pertains to your life. We just want to make sure that you know that everybody here in this program is sincerely about you reaching your goals, being more productive, and becoming self sufficient. And whatever part we can play in this process to help you move along, we're thankful to be able to serve you. I want to also take out the time in this video to make sure people understand the length of time that it should probably take in a best case scenario to matriculate through our program. I'm going to start at the highest level of care and try and set some markers, some clear markers for you to understand, okay, once I'm done here, I should be here. And once I'm done here, I should be here. And the time period so you can have things clear in your mind from the onset and what it takes to get there. So I'm going to start by saying that this is probably in a best case scenario, a 6 month process. This doesn't mean that you're going to be at any particular level of care for 6 months. We're talking a best case scenario from the time you enter the door to the time you basically leave, or you have options to basically leave. So, if you come in at our highest level of care, which is our level 3.3, our high intensity residential treatment program, in a best case scenario, we'd like you to be there. We hope that you be there no longer than 30 to 60 days. Once completed, you then go to the next phase or next step, which would be our 3.1 medium intensity residential treatment. You're going to be there anywhere from 60 to 90 days. Again, we're talking best case scenario. In this case, because I said 90 days, worst case scenario. All goes well there at that point. Then you'll get ready to transition into our IOP OP program. Here with us, in a best case scenario, that's 3 months to 6 months. So, at each phase, I want to talk about this in the best case scenario, in the absolute best case scenario, to see how I got to 6 months. So, let's say you came in at our highest level of care, which is our 3.3. Once you finish there, after there, that would be best case scenario, that would be 30 days. You would then transition to the 3.1, which would be 60 to 90 days. Once you finish there, if you think about it, you've got 30 days at the 3.3. In a best case scenario, 60 days at the 3.1. You've already been there 90 days. Then you transition over to the IOP OP scenarios. At that point, we're going to hope that you're there in a best case scenario 90 days. So you got 30 at the 3.3, 60 at the 3.1, and another 90 days at the IOP OP level. Sum total, we're talking 6 months here. Now, what happens when you get to the quote unquote finish line of 6 months? In any case, in any scenario, we want you to have at least 6 months worth of clean time. I'll say that again. No matter what level of care you come in at, we want you to have at least 6 months worth of clean time with us at this organization. Why? Because that should be we that'll give us enough time to basically foster fantastic relationships with you, so we know exactly where you're at in your recovery. We're going to make sure that you're engaged with all the resources that you need to be engaged with. At that 6 month point, we want you to be very clear about your plan and hopefully have you engaged in schooling activities, whether that's a college, whether that's a trade program. We want you to be at the point where you're ready to work, going out on job interviews, or maybe even participating in our work therapy program. Again, in either case, we want you to have 6 months worth of clean time. Again, with the objective being to get you ready to be as productive as you can be and self-sufficient as possible. I know 6 months is not a perfect scenario, but that's the point that we feel confident in saying that, hey, most times, most people are typically ready at that point, and I put that in quotation marks because ready is an individual thing, but typically what happens in this space is a lot of times people jump out there before they're ready to get a job, and they take on those responsibilities of at that stage of life, and a lot of times they wind up falling off the bandwagon or regressing backwards just a bit. And in either case, there's no judgment here at all. We want you to know that you do have a home here at 70 times 7. You will always have an opportunity to come back and start over. You always have a friend here. You always have a kind voice to say, hey, it's okay. Come on back. It's 70 times 7. We got you covered. We can start over and try it again, no matter what. Thank you.